Hello, 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 everyone. It's been a little minute, but we're back. You know where we at. It's Spread Them Cheeks for the Tea. I'm your host, Man Williams, of course. We're back with another interview. As I said, this time we have someone who has made their way onto Now That's TV. So congratulations to her. But without further ado, let's bring her to the stage and find out what more she's been doing. So, like I said, without further ado, Miss Coco B.
Hey everybody, hey man Williams.
Hey, Coco girl, how you doing?
I'm great. Never could be better.
Period. So, for those who may not know you, let's introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you before we go ahead and get started.
I'm the real Coco B. Everybody know me that as that on Instagram. You can call me Coco. I've been on two TV shows now. I have my own network, and I just got a little surprise for you guys on what I got tuned for that. I'm from Detroit. I'm 25 years old. Big Capricorn. Let's get this shit popping.
Yes. Okay. So, before we get into the reality TV and your network and things like that, let's start with the early Coco. You said you're from Detroit. Tell us about how it was growing up in Detroit and how you got started in the entertainment industry.
Man, what?
Not somebody trying to somebody car.
I'm about to tell them about themselves. But yeah, I grew up in Detroit. That shit was rocky, but at the same time it was fun. It's my home. I really moved to Nashville when I was a teenager, but I was still always back and forth to Detroit because my dad was still, well, he is still up there. So I had to visit him a lot. But yeah, overall, it was cool though. I made it out, so I'm good.
Yes, period. So, another star that we know that's in Nashville is Miss Shaba, from Coming Up LA. How did you meet her or come across her in Nashville?
Yeah. Who? I'm just um I met her when I was working at a little warehouse out here. Um yeah, I originally met her from work, but
Mhm.
and we got cool from there. It was like no nothing but Mexicans that worked there. Like they couldn't speak no English. So she was just somebody, and we just got cool.
Okay. Yes. So, I mentioned her because you said you were on two shows. One of the shows, as we know, was Project It Girls, and before the show got taken down or whatever, one of the main things that kind of went viral from the show was the fight between you and Shaba. Was that kind of a real thing that happened, or was that something you guys did just to kind of spice up the show?
Baby, I don't play when I fight. Um, did that shit look real when she tried to knock the Mario coins on my ass?
Yeah.
That wouldn't no made up shit. As far as her, I feel like on her end, she did that for the TV. Because, like I said, like even the cameraman was like, "Yeah, she waited on her moment before she did that." But on my end, no, I was for real.
Mhm. Okay. So, you kind of seem like a girl that's pretty cool, calm, laid back. What kind of thing will make you kind of flip out, kind of the way that you did on the show? Because it seemed like you said, you guys were friends, you were cool, and some of the lives leading up to filming, you guys seemed cool, but something just kind of twist and turn. So, what kind of happened between you guys? Do you want to kind of talk about it?
I feel like it was just a lot of storylines and narratives made up for it to be a problem to mask her real issue. I
Mm,
never got her real issue. I actually myself always had to put like two and two together because it was like if you watch on Project It Girls, it was like at first she wasn't even arguing with me. Like it was the issue wasn't even with me at first. So
mm,
like she kind of switched over to me And then it was like it's one story, and then oh, it's the next. So it's like, what's your real issue? We never really got no clear understanding about that.
Right, exactly. Where are you guys now? Are you cool? Was it resolved, or did filming kind of just take it to a whole nother level?
It got resolved. I mean, we not cool, but I mean, who got? We don't have to be cool. I feel like maybe we can be in the same room and be cordial. But yeah, I'm not. I'm not cool. I'm not cool with her.
Okay. Speaking of, being in the same room and cool like that, I know you know about the little situation that happened with Jocelyn and Big Legs. Do you care to speak on your opinion on that?
That shit was wild, son. Uh, I just think the shit is wild. I feel like it was overdue, but it could have went. They could have. Jocelyn could have went about it another way.
True. Okay. So, going back to Project It Girls, what made you want to audition? Well, what made you want to get into reality TV in general, not just necessarily Project It Girls or the Big Three in general?
Um, Honestly, I was inspired. I thought that shit was cool when I went to the premiere party for Coming Up LA. I
Mm,
thought that was cool, and I always wanted to do like Bad Girls Club when I got older. So the opportunity fell in my hand, and I took it.
okay. Yes, I love it. What were there any well, it was another fight that you got into on Project It Girls. Do you want to kind of talk about it and tell what happened, how from your opinion?
Um, yeah, let me get the lighter.
Oh, flame up, y'all. This the good part.
So I don't know if I don't know, but basically it was a little talk shit jar, and everybody like basically put on a sticky note they talking they shit about whoever in the house, and it's supposed to be like anonymous, but everybody claim, oh, they putting their name on it because they don't give a damn. I said I was gonna put my name on mine. I don't give a damn. Yeah. So basically with that, I feel like somebody was trying to shake up the room. I don't know, but if you're gonna shake some shit up, stand on it. And
Right.
basically, somebody has said something about me in the jar. So I went to the room. The room was full of girls. So I asked everybody. I asked everybody like, who said this shit? The only person who decided to say something, it was just like, okay, like, did you say it? A motherfucker said they didn't say it. So I'm like, just leave the shit alone. And I'm not gonna lie, I was doing the most. I was just like, shut the fuck up. If you ain't say it, shut the fuck up. Like,
Right.
no talking to you. But at one point, it was just irritating me because she was still trying to go back and forth with me. Like, she was in this defense mode. And I'm like, okay, at this point, it's giving you said it. You know, if you're not letting the shit go, like, I asked everybody in the room if they felt like I was talking to them, they would have responded. So what made you feel like you had to respond if you feel like it wasn't you?
Hmm.
And she just kept popping it. Then I just remember she was like, "Get the fuck out of my room." Then so I'm like, "Bitch, this my room now." Like literally, I'm like, I'm not getting out of shit. Like this my room now. Make me
Hmm.
get out. Like this my shit now. Like I'm in this motherfucker. And I just remember she tried to say it again, and it was just the like I just I just
Snatched
went in.
up.
And apparently I dislocated the girl's shoulder, but
Oh
I
my.
couldn't tell because you still talking shit after I whoop your ass. So now I'm finna whoop your ass again. But I noticed the second round when I was fighting her, she wasn't like fighting back. So I'm like, okay, let me just punch this bitch real good. So I went back and went foul. And she was like, my shoulder dislocated, like my shoulder dislocated.
Oh
And
my.
I stopped and I just walked off. But I'm just like, if your shoulder dislocated, why you talking shit? Shut up. Like, because I'm going to fight again. Like, I'm going to keep fighting if you talking shit. I don't care if I won. I don't care if I lost. If you still talking shit, we're fighting again. I don't care.
True. Oh my God. Well, let's hope she's okay. While we're keeping this momentum going, I have a little game. Usually we do a roll call here, but I want to try something different. I have one, two, three, four, five different little, things, and I want you to tell me, which name comes to mind when you hear these things. So first, who was the most exciting versus the most boring in the House of Project It Girls?
The most exciting was me.
I
The,
feel that.
the most boring, I have to say, it was my girl Kai. But she told me why. She really wasn't interested. So I guess.
Okay. Who was the most fashionable versus the least fashionable?
The least fashionable, I would have to give it to Malay.
Oh, you know what? Who's the most fashionable child?
The most fashionable, I could give it to Kai. I could give it to Kai. Instead of like outside of me thinking myself, I could definitely give it to Kai. She gave different. She was giving like fashion, like New York Fashion Week, like someday
Okay.
it's weird, but it'll still be cute. Like, type shit. She could pull it off.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, and she was also on Pink's Baddies boot camp, but they didn't really, get dressed like that. They was really in jogging clothes because most they was doing on that was fighting. So it was definitely interesting to see, the difference of how Project It Girl versus, a roughneck show like Betty Boot Camp. Who was the most loving versus the biggest hothead in the house?
I feel like the biggest hothead in the house was me. The most loving and caring, I would have to give that to Kai again because it was sometimes where we would just be like, you saving her, like you saving her, like why you care so much, like we had moments like that with her. So I would say she was the most loving.
Hmm. Maybe she was tired of whipping so much ass on Betty Boot Camp.
Man, I was like, fuck that bitch.
What do you think made you the biggest hothead in your opinion? Was it just being in a house full of girls?
Yeah, definitely. And my tolerance was at a zero, especially the fact that I fought Shaba and she snuck me. You know what I'm saying? The fact that she snuck me and I know her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know y'all. So at this point, nah, yeah, I have to show motherfuckers I'm not playing. Like, don't fucking play with me. Cause it's not that over here. We can be cool as hell, but this is not that.
Okay. Who do you think was the most messy in the house versus who do you think was the most low key, minding their own business to themselves?
I feel like the most messiest was my girls, Avion and me, and in a good way, because it was like when stuff was getting born in the house, it was like, okay, let's get up and shake some shit up type shit.
Right.
So yeah, I give it to them, and they was my roommates. the most
You're
low,
right in the middle of it.
the most low key was like Dicey and Kai. Kai was always like to herself in that house, so she was always low in her room and shit, like literally to herself.
Okay. And last one, who was the most loud versus who was the most quiet? I think we can't know the answer based off everything by now.
Cause I was the loudest in the house.
Right. And then the most quiet is probably with Miss Kai.
Yeah, she was the quietest. Like you could even see her in scenes just sitting there not saying nothing.
Hmm. Okay. Next question. Let's move on to the big three. What made you want to be a part of that show, and how did you audition?
First of all, I fuck with my girl Slim. She live out here in Nashville too. I fuck with Fetty and Huckle from Big Legs Batty Collection since they been on that motherfucker. So I thought that was cool that all three of them was able to come together and create their own show, with their own twist to it. So yeah, that definitely made me want to hop on that. And I auditioned. I auditioned through live. I auditioned through most of their lives. I didn't make it the first few times, but they went back on live and said they was looking for one more girl and one more boy. And it was like like that within that day, it was 5 days before filming.
Oh wow.
And I got called to come out. So yeah, I was excited about that.
Okay, congrats. So, you wasn't a replacement on the show. You was actual cast, right?
Yeah, I wasn't a replacement.
Okay. What do you think was different filming Big Three versus when you filmed Project It Girls?
Big Three was definitely more structured. They definitely had more structure. It was more organized, and it was like more put together. Like you could tell they really had a purpose with in the season and what they wanted us to do and how they wanted us to like grow and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Okay. So we gonna do next the same kind of game we just did with Project It Girls. I'm gonna say the same little sentences, and then you just tell me what names come to mind. First, who do you think was the most excited versus the most boring in the Big Three house?
This should be fun.
Yes, definitely.
The most exciting person in the house. As far as the most exciting with the boys, I could give it to Buddha. Cause when I got there, it was like, yeah, it was like you just never knew with him, you know. So he was just so unpredictable. So, and for the girls, I would give it to Fun, cause Fun size, cause she's always full of energy and
Yes. Somebody posted a video the other day on Facebook. I think it was today. I saw it on Facebook. Some like somebody in like I think it was Trinidad or somewhere over in the islands, and they kind of look like Fun doing a little twerk, going back and forth. I'm like, is that Fun size? They had posted in one of them now that's TV groups too. It
yeah,
definitely
she
looked like
she
Fun.
was definitely the most excited.
Who do you think was the most fashionable versus the least fashionable on the Big Three?
Ooh, I was the most fashionable. I came with the looks, hands down.
I saw you was posting your reels. You
I
definitely
came
coming with
with them
looks.
pieces, pieces like no other. The
Yeah.
least fashionable in the house, I love him, but it was Ra.
Why?
Raw. Cause he just come, he come as he is. He's so humble and cool. He just come with his little tennis shoes, his jeans, and whatever t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm,
like, he ain't put no effort. Like he just wake up and be like, I'm gonna be the most stylish. Like I'm gonna be fresh as fuck today. Like, you know what I'm saying?
right. Before we move on to the next one, any particular designers you want to shout out that help style you or provided pieces for your
Yes,
look?
I do. My motherfucking girl, Susie Q, B3 Boutique, the baddest, hottest boutique in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes. Turn up, yes. Do you know her Instagram? Because them looks was definitely on point.
Yes, it's B3 Boutique on Instagram.
Okay, y'all. If y'all want to get some cute looks from Nashville, go ahead and shop her. We're gonna move on to the next one. Who do you think was the most loving in the big three house versus the biggest hothead?
The most loving, that's a hard question. We gonna come back to that one.
Okay.
The
Who do you think
most
was the most messy versus most low key to themselves?
the messiest was Landon. The most low key was Bratz.
Mm. What kind of things was Landon doing that you could tell us that was kind of messy, stirring things up?
Man, he's just crazy, man. He's just crazy all around the board. And then I feel like everybody be saying he messy. Like but he do like I ain't never he ain't never done nothing with me
Hmm.
that's messy, but it's a few people in the house that said he be on some messy shit.
Okay.
And I see even after, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he funny though. I was cool with mostly everybody in the house.
Okay, that's good. Before we get into that, it's one more, actually two more, because we got to go back to the other one. But who do you think was the most loud versus the most quiet in the house?
The most loud in the house, the most loud in the house was Fun, and yeah, she was the most loud in the house. And the most quiet one was Bratz. She
Okay.
always she always to herself, in her own little world.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't really see too much of her on social media in any drama or anything like that. So I
Yeah,
think
she
that's
be to
probably
herself, in her own little world.
okay. Last one, the most loving versus hothead. Did you get a chance to think on that?
The most high head, it was a lot of people. It's a lot of people. I feel like Fun was a hothead. Hers was like on and off. Like if something triggered her or it really ticked her, like she on flame. Buddha was a hothead. And as far as the most loving, that shit crazy. Who was the most loving though? It seemed like didn't nobody really give a fuck.
Oh,
Seriously, that house is crazy, man. Everybody got strong personalities, but
not
I
even
think
none of the hosts?
the host, the host was the most loving and caring.
Oh, okay.
Slim, Fetty, and Huckle. Ja was loving and caring. If you want to go as far as that, Key was, yeah, production most definitely.
None of the cast members.
Yeah.
What do you think could have been the reason that there wasn't that much? I mean, I saw from what we could see from the labs and stuff. I know you can't tell us much, but was it more unity on the show, or was it more so a lot of different drama and fights and
It
stuff?
was a definitely a lot of different drama, and I came a day late. My flight was canceled, so I had to get another flight, and I couldn't. It was no more available for the same day, so I had to come the next day, and it seemed like the house was divided when I got there.
Oh my!
Like, yes,
You
everything
had to pick a
happened.
side immediately.
Like, everything happened day one. Like, I was even asked, like, you either on that side or you on this side. And
Mhm.
I'm like, damn.
Like that.
I'm like, look, I'm just sleeping in the room my CEOs put me in. Don't try to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
just got here. Like, let me breathe first. Can I look at the house?
Okay.
Like, for real. So yeah, and then everybody was like skeptical about everybody. Like, everybody had their own feelings towards people, and you know what I'm saying? So, but when it came to us getting in those teams, doing those challenges, oh, we came together. You know what I'm saying? We definitely came together. When we stepped out, we was together as one. Like, that's when we came together. Like, I could tell it was real dope. Everybody can put their shit to the side and do what we gotta do outside to make the big three look good. But in that
Okay.
house was the threshold.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it seems like inside the house is like a war zone now for reality shows.
Yeah. But I still liked it. I had fun, shit.
That's good. As long as you accomplish your goal on the show, that's the important part.
Yes.
Since the big three hasn't aired yet, I know you can't say much, but is there anything else that you want to tell us about it or mention before we move on to your TV network?
Um, no. I love you, Slim Huckle and Fetty. Thank you. I can't wait to be on season two. Cause
Yeah.
yes, I'm gonna be on season two. Okay.
Yes.
And I can't wait for that reunion. And I can't wait for the premiere. Cause I'm coming expensive during the premiere.
Oh, okay. Any
Can't
idea
wait.
when it's gonna be?
Huh?
Any idea when it's gonna be the premiere?
Nope. Don't
Okay.
know yet.
Well, we'll stay tuned and be waiting on it. Next, we know that you started your own TV network. Can you tell us the name of it and what made you want to start your own network?
It's called Beat to Real Network. It's called Beat to Real Network. Um, I want to start my own network really when I was watching Now This TV and I seen it was black owned. Like, I started learning about them and stuff like that. Like, and who owns? I learned it was black owned. So I'm like, this is wild. Like, and I've always like had that boss mentality, like not in a cocky way, but literally a boss mentality. Like, I'm gonna go to work to figure out what you gotta do to own this motherfucker. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So that just be the shit I was on. And actually, the app so happened to already be owned by somebody, but they wasn't doing anything with it, and they decided to sell it to me. But it has been hard though. I can't lie. It's been real hard. Like, that is a process that's gonna take about over a year or so. Like, if you really want to do something like that and really do it correctly, you got to make sure everything is consistent and done right. Cause I
Mhm.
don't want to be. no type of bootleg network.
Exactly.
So it kind of this shit is gonna take time.
As all great things do. I know you already had a few shows that will be coming to the network. Do you want to tell us about them? What's the name of them? Who's the host of them?
I don't want to talk about those shows right now because I'm still working on the network itself with all the behind things going on to, keep it stable and shit. So I'm gonna just keep that in the midst. But if they want to go on the B2 Real page, some of the shows are still on there, put up on the page, so they can go look.
Okay. What's some things that you're gonna do to make your network different from others and stand out?
Um, I want to make it like I want to make it to where it's like real diverse. I want a kids section, but I also want it to be like people who got they do their own music and stuff. I want it to be like a section on there like YouTube to
Okay.
where you can listen or like a Pandora section, but it's like local artists around you,
Hmm.
not just like the industry rappers everybody already know about. I
Right.
want to do it like that. And like the commercials and stuff is literally going to be like from people like locally around you.
Okay.
So it'll be promoting other people's business. It could be a hairstylist, commercial, the girl down the street, or somebody in Cali. You want to go
Hmm.
out there, just people commercials. I want it to be, based on promoting black businesses.
Okay. Yes, I love it. I love the support. I love when people genuinely want to support others, and it shows. Um, Besides your own network in the big three, what else do you have that you're working on that's coming up?
I actually just got my own studio shop.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited about that. Um, I wanted to put my own creativity into it. So I was really upset because my cousin just died the other day.
Oh,
So it kind of just threw me off, but I got to get back to it. I wanted to do my interview there though, so I could actually show you guys what I got going on, just a little inside scoop. But right now I'm painting it. I wanted to be a rent out space, like a mini photo booth.
mm-hmm.
Um, Podcasters who don't have a space to do their podcast shows, you can rent out, and I can make a wall customly made for you.
Yes, okay.
And then as far as the photo booth part, I can explain a little more in detail. Like basically I'll make each wall a different background for people who want to come in and make different content. So I am in the same building as my stylist, Susie Q, the B3 boutique. I'm
Mhm.
in the same building as her, and she liked to get her models together and dress them up and post them on Instagram. But she want a content background, a cute background, so you can rent that out, whichever wall you want to use, and
Mm,
do whatever. People who want to come in, like I want to do like $25 for you to come in and take however much content you want, and then for the day, and you good, type
mhm.
shit. So I like stuff like that. One of my walls is gonna be like a candy shop wall, and I'm really excited about that. I think it's gonna be really cute when I'm done, cause I like to paint and do creative art shit. So yeah, I'm working on that right now, and I'm actually gonna have my own podcast that I'm gonna be doing, and I
Okay,
think it's gonna be like a late night talk show type shit. I'm still thinking and getting ideas of what I want to do with that, but yeah, it's definitely on the flow.
okay, that'll be cute. Are you gonna name the space?
Yeah, it's called Be Too Real Studios because
Okay.
it's not really a shop. It's like multiple things you can do
Hmm.
there. And I'm also gonna start back doing little makeup, and I'm gonna just do my makeup in there, like do people's makeup and stuff like that. I'm gonna start tapping back into that because I actually got my own space. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yes, I'm excited for you too to see what you're gonna do with it and what kind of projects and stuff come from it. So this is basically the end now. Was there any other situations or things that you wanted to address or talk about?
Yeah, why motherfuckers is on Instagram popping it, trying to get little clout from little old me, little bitty clout. Cause I ain't got much. I mean, I'm just saying I got motion. But yeah, I just need you to quit it. Cause I ain't even gonna say your name because yeah, you're not even worth that much clout from this interview. You know who I'm talking to. Every time I'm doing something big, you want to get on live, popping it because you mad. And then do you if you go on the page and peep, if you go on the page and peep, you listening,
Hmm.
you gonna see most of that shit is me. All me. Like you you only able to keep this shit going because it's nothing but me. I'm the person who's getting the girls excited. I'm the person that's getting the girls excited, ready to do round two.
Well, if you was the most, exciting in the house, I'm sure that's the reason why.
But we not gonna use me too much, baby, if you don't like me. You're lucky I signed that motherfucking contract, or else I will be getting paid. I will be needing some checks because I can count I can count 5 girls on the top of my head that said they only wanted to come and do season 2 because of moi. So we
Mhm.
ain't gonna do too much clout chasing. Why people was trying to say I'm the clout chaser. No, I build the clout. Okay, so yeah, we just gonna set that record straight right there, cause no, we just not gonna do that. This is what we not gonna do. I
Yep.
don't even play those type of games. Cause yeah, I don't even wake up and think about a bitch, speak about a bitch. So the fact that I be getting phone calls is like blowing.
Not phone calls.
Yeah, like this bitch on live, and I can't even see it because I'm blocked. So we not gonna do too much.
Mhm.
Cause I'm not finna go call a million people. Like I just had to. Like I had to call other people so they could see if they could get on a whole nother page just to go look at the live so I could see, because it's about me. Like, why do I have to do all that? No, no. I'm
Right.
not finna keep doing that neither. So you ain't finna just keep going live about a bitch you don't want her to see you talking about. Like, that's wild to me.
Just count it as free promotion, I guess. Because why they come about you, I'm sure people come to your page. So,
All promo is good promo.
period. Well, there you have it, you guys. Coco made her statement and she dropped some tea and things like that. Before you shout out your pages and things like that, any advice or things like that that you want to get to anyone who wants to get into reality TV, who wants to start their own network, or want to get into entertainment in general?
Yeah. Really, honestly, you gonna hear this a lot, but it's true. With them reality shows, you just gotta be yourself. But don't try to get in where you can just try to squeeze in. Don't do that. Like, find something for you and just go with that. If you feel like something is too much, don't even do it. Cause you probably gonna try to portray yourself to be something you're not. If you can't
Mhm.
handle the heat, don't start the fire. Like, this shit is crazy. You
That's
gotta have some thick skin, like some thick skin down to the comments when you get on live. You have to have some real thick skin. So,
hmm
and as far as just starting your own business, as far as I could say is, if you don't have investors and people who can invest in you, just save your money first, because it's gonna take a lot of money to
hmm
invest, and you don't want to find yourself in a hole trying to start something you can't even finish.
Right.
So yeah, that's some real advice I got, like, from the heart.
hmm Yes, I loved it. That was definitely some real advice. Know a lot of people who can take it and listen to it, especially staying out of the heat if you can't take it.
Seriously, because your ass gonna be crying. For
hmm
real. You gonna be crying. You gonna feel
Then you
like
become a meme.
like, for real. The the memes, when the big three comes out, the memes is about to go crazy. Like, the memes are about to go stupid. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. I think it's a few cast members, even myself, ready to make t-shirts.
As you should.
Like, the memes is about to go down. So just be ready, because it's a lot of people on our cast who like to be funny. So yeah.
Well, let us know what we can keep up with you on social media so we can be ready to buy those shirts and whatever other merch you're gonna come out with.
Yeah, y'all can stay in touch with me on Instagram. I do not have no other social media. I do not. I can only keep up with one. That should be way too much. But on Instagram at the real Coco B, the THA Coco COCO B. And I'm always on their personal page, so y'all can keep up with me on there.
Yes, okay. Well, thank you so much, Miss Coco. This was such a great interview. So great catching up with you. And I can't
Yes.
wait to see you on the big three. I can't wait to see B2 Real TV Studios and the network app working out, showing
Yes.
just everything that you got coming up. I'm so excited and happy for you. So congratulations on everything and good luck with it.
Yes, thank you. Love you so much.
No problem. And
I
have a
stay
good
in touch.
yes, we'll definitely be bringing you back once stuff start dropping and coming out. As you know,
Okay.
it's always some drama that you got to address and set the record straight on. So we'll be having Miss Coco back, you guys. Make sure you stay tuned, follow her, and yeah, we'll see her soon.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Well, there you have it, you guys. Miss Coco B. Just make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe before you leave. And stay tuned. We have another interview coming up this week. Go ahead to my page and you'll see the information. But until next time, see you guys later.